know, but I could, I mean, back air, I wouldn't be surprised.
Another match for the folks at home. And whoa, will this actually be a doubles match?
It is Nairo, and it is a doubles match.
All right, so tell me who we have up on screen right now.
I wish I could. I know Nairo.
Nairo, of course.
Nairo and Blake. They're going to put their names in. We're just going to look at it. We got this. We got this.
You know, why don't we talk about Nairo to the folks at home who might be watching for the first time?
So, Nairo is Nairo, spelled N-A-I-R. No, I'm joking. Nairo is the best ZSS in the world.
Yeah.
Nairo is arguably the second best player in the world. It's arguable. It depends. A lot of people now are considering some players from Japan possibly taking that spot. It's up for discussion. But he has been one of the most consistent Smash 4 players outside of Zero, I think. I think it's safe to say that. When you see him go to an event, you're like, he's going to get top 8. Sometimes he flips the script on us. He goes to pound. He's like, actually, man, I'm trying to win dubs and then just hold down this 49 spot. But he's just phenomenal. He has such confidence in his play. You see him go for things where you're like, only Nairo would have gone for that. He'll be losing 150%. You're 40. And he's like, this up air, up B, I think we'll connect. And I'm not even going to hesitate. I'm going to just go straight into it. And I love seeing that in a player.
I really like his drive a lot. I think that's what really intrigues me about him. He strikes me as someone who's really hard on themselves whenever they take those losses. But it's not hard on yourself where it's like, that's it, I give up. It's more so, I need to get back into the lab. And I need to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Some of that, the slight backstory of Nairo, you can attribute that to his brother. In Brawl, he used to be like, not ragey, salty, I'm yelling at you, but he'd be super salty, blah, blah, and his brother's like, no, you're going to go back and shake his hand. He beat you, fair, square, shake his hand. He's like, you got to just go back and practice. And you can see how much that has helped him. He became a top player in Brawl. He became a top player in this. And good job, K-Sizzles. And I forget his other brother's name. It was back in the day. This was back before, like, after he just changed his tag. He actually used to have a different tag back in the day.
What was his tag back in the day?
Oh. I cannot remember it. I do not remember it. But you know, ADHD had a different tag. I believe it was Nairo had a different tag, and I think Vinny. I remember Vinny was like PB or PN something, and I remember ADHD was Chrome Pirate.
Chrome Pirate?
Yes.
That's actually an amazing tag.
Nairo, I don't remember, but I just remember being something else. But who knows? I'll hit him up. I'll be like, yo, man, what's your old tag? And before he's like, Nairo, wait, what?
I think we're within shouting distance that we could probably ask him, but we'll definitely save that for after the match. But yeah, Nairo, of course, being the one person to take a tournament from Zero since Smash 4. As long as we're not talking, I think, about the Invitational in Skies. He's like the only one to have done it.
That's true.
That was at the MLG World Finals.
What a place to do it. You're going to beat him. He's like, nah, not this local before an event. I'm going to do it right here, big stage. Good event.
He almost did it at the Big House.
That is true as well. But I do have the one question. Had he did it at the Big House, would we attribute the victory to him beating Zero or Seagull beating Zero? I really wanted to see it happen then for NDVA Pride to be like, yo, man, only 2 people were able to make this happen, Nairo and Seagull. And we play him every week. But Nairo and Blank against OREEO and Hermitt. And
Canada with some very interesting team compositions. I mean, we're noticing the Kirby along with the Greninja. So the style of gameplay that we can expect from both teams.
Well, Kirby obviously has a lot of combos. I don't really know how Greninja wants to finish them off, per se. But Kirby is just a ball of priority. You have to respect Kirby at all times. Greninja has kind of fast, quick attacks. Nothing too detrimental, other than maybe like the water, the edge guard.
I think that Greninja is one of those characters who in some way resembles Sheik. It's like you took away some of the frame data that you have from Sheik's just insane opening options, and you kind of converted that into more KO options towards the late game. So it's definitely possible that we're going to be seeing, maybe with this particular team comp, a situation where OREEO's going to be racking up the damage, and then we're going to be seeing Hermitt actually getting the finishing KOs.
And then on the flip side, you have Nairo and Blank who opted to use Cloud and Sheik. So Sheik is going to essentially do what Kirby's going to do, maybe a little slower, but significantly safer. And then Cloud's going to do what the Greninja would do, get these kills just like we're seeing right there.
And Sheik is the perfect character to kind of consistently pressure at this red team and give the player who's playing Cloud plenty of time to really fill up that limit and then find those KOs at the end.
And he has limit right now. Is he going to be able to do anything with it? And he opts to go for up air to forward air. That would have been such a devastating KO. And Nairo is just hitting these buttons.
Ooh, on stage right, you're noticing Nairo getting that down smash. And wow, he had the air dodge bait, but he just didn't have enough time to pull out that forward air to slam the Kirby player down. Back at center for both members, and now maybe a sandwich on Greninja.
F smash coming through, not quite enough. Good DI coming in from OREEO.
Wow, that footstool. That footstool. And you notice that that Blink was trying to go down, maybe attempt to save Nairo, but just wasn't quick enough. It was over before he could do anything.
I think it's decided. Kirby just has to move up from the tier list. Like, it's decided.
Yeah.
These two players, they've changed my opinion. Oh my God, they have them both in the middle. So there was such a good positioning coming in from the red team, and Nairo just turns it around so quickly.
Though, I mean, we have to keep in mind that Cloud, he hits so hard and he has that disjoint as well. Just such a great tool whenever you have opponents clumped up like that.
Has limit again.
Oh, and catches him slipping.
You hate to see a player just drop their shield after it starts off. Is he going to make it back? Wow.
Oh, no, that coverage on that ledge was just too much. And now a 2v1. Can Hermitt bring it back? These team combos.
Yo, they clearly haven't just seen for the first time. They cannot convince me otherwise. Oh, never mind. They can now. I watched that drop.
Missing with the jabs, but again, Sheik's incredible frame data. She misses with one option, has plenty of time to cover the other option. Down smash, that's going to do it, I think.
Yeah,
in a really bad spot.
Starting to come back from
this.
What if he didn't make it back?
That would have been unfortunate.
So this is definitely not impossible, but the probability of you bringing this back are so slim. He has scored 3 stocks.
I'm going to call it impossible.
Impossible? I mean, I said he would tell you something different, unless he got hit by an up air. Then he would have been like, all right, you're right, this one wasn't possible. But good showing by both teams, but obviously blue team coming through, not really particularly surprised based on, I guess, who you could say is predicted to win. But Nairo going Cloud, I was surprised no ZSS.
You know, we had some really interesting moments in that last game. I keep in mind the footstool after the swallow that we ended up seeing. That was just a remarkable momentum swing for Red. But the problem was they couldn't really keep any of that momentum because of a lot of the decisions that we saw from Nairo. For instance, you pointed out how there was a moment where they had great positioning. They both had control of center stage, and Nairo just flips the script like you put it. It's amazing.
It's a struggle to ever fight. Obviously, Cloud's a good character, but to fight a player of that level, to know I'm being pressured from both sides, but I'm still going to get a kill out of this, that's just crazy.
Now we're going over to game 2, and actually a character swap. Despite the fact that Kirby had a couple of great moments, he's in it for the marathon, not for the sprint, and he's going to be switching up to Yoshi to compensate. Also on the other side, we're seeing actually from Blink.
I mean, I thought his Sheik did fine. He literally did not die that entire round. I don't know if it gets much better than that. But maybe he wants to opt for some more kill potential instead of just being safe. He wants to help Nairo get some of these W's, some of the kills out here.
And it's interesting because now it feels like we're going to be seeing a game where Nairo is going to be primarily the aggressor rather than the patient assassin of sorts who's kind of waiting in the background. He's playing it close to face, trying to ensure that his teammate has that breathing room to set up some of those Luma traps.
Speaking of the Luma traps, oh, I was going to mention the Luma trap, but Nairo was like, nah, I'm actually the star of the show. Look at me. Gets the touch, and that finishing touch was it. Yoshi just fired right back, though, taking that stock off of Rosalina.
That kiss of death on that forward air is just disgusting off stage. He still has great edge guarding tools despite the character swap.
For sure. Oh, wow. He caught Nairo on the way back down from the up B. Really smart stuff right there.
stock's currently tied, but we're seeing a really hefty percent lead in favor of Nairo and Blink, and a stock lead as well after that conversion. And a second conversion from Blink. Man, they are just racking him up and letting them fall like dominoes at this point. It is disgusting to watch.
Man had a
them
field
work.
goal option. He's like, nah, I want the 2 points.
Yeah.
It's up, man. This is these character switch. So I'm not positive if necessarily Rosalina is helping so much, or if it's the fact that he's no longer Kirby. But that combination has not been paying off for the red team, and he just goes for it all.
I don't know what he would have really gotten from it. I guess when you're that low, at times you need to bet the farm, but maybe okay, Nairo.
Catches.
Gotta catch them all. Nairo, a Pokemon master right now.
Oh my goodness. So Greninja shared the stock, and now it's back in this 2v1 scenario. This time against a Rosalina instead of a Sheik, and it's already hard enough to get in on Rosalina. At least Sheik you can run from, you just gotta shield nonstop. Rosalina, she's just gonna kill you wherever you are. But he is fighting his way back though, not giving up.
Yeah, that Shadow Sneak allows him to get back onto the stage. Hydro Pump as well, but he gets the KO, but ends up getting scooped up. So,
is it too little, too late? Oh! He's like, yo, man, I took this stock so I can style. I've never seen someone lose so well in my life.
That was the most graceful thing. If there was a way to commit seppuku actually in Smash, that was it. The most honorable of deaths.
Oh my gosh.
What a legend, what a hero. We're going to miss him on the main stage.
That was crazy. I cannot get over that. Well, let me get